Okay, so can you tell us who you are and what you do?
Okay, I'm Holmes. I run a company called Holmes Motors, and from that generally implies that I do mainly motor cars, but my trade was originally in aircraft as aero engine fitter. But I haven't worked in aircraft since 1971, so this is the first time I've touched anything resembling an aeroplane since then.
And you've actually built this aeroplane?
I made the aeroplane, yeah.
So how come? What was that? What was it for?
It's a group of schools in North Yorkshire who all clubbed together to, their aim is to get 6 items of interest to transport between the schools to stimulate interest in the children. So they write about it, read about it, research and sort of stuff. And they've got 3 at the moment. They've got a TARDIS that they have made, not by me. They've got a what they call a space junk project, or a cube, which is a perspex cube, about a metre cube, with lots of electronic things inside, and flashing lights and word generator and infinity mirrors and things like that, which I made. And then they wanted something to celebrate the centenary of the First World War and asked me if I could build a Sopwith camel. So I said yes, I'd love to do that. So here we are with a Sopwith camel.
It's incredible. So how long did it take you to build it?
That's a difficult question. I actually started in January, but I wasn't working on it full time until it reached the stage where I had to take over the whole of the workshop,
Right.
to make the wings and the fuselage. And I guess I did that probably 2 months ago. I haven't added the hours up because it wasn't enough money to start with. I knew I wasn't going to make money on the project, so I didn't want to see how much I lost, really. So, but it's been good fun. I've enjoyed it.
And how do you? I mean, who knows how to make a plane? How do you make a plane?
It's very simple if you break it down. It's very simple. Remember, this was made in 1915, this type of plane. They'd only been flying about 11 years. This is actually more complicated than the real one, because when the wings come off, it has to be made so it can be transported everywhere between the schools. So I had to design it so it could be all fold-back wings and transported safely and securely. Also, the original plane would have had fabric-covered wings for flying surfaces, so the children would just simply poke their fingers through it. It's too fragile. So I've done this in plywood. That makes it very heavy.
Sure.
And then you've got to have a structure to support the weight.
So, I mean, is this the same dimensions and everything apart from that as the Sopwith biplane? It just doesn't fly?
It's almost identical to the original one, but because the wings have to come off, I've actually lowered it because you couldn't reach the top wings on the original ones to lift them on and off. So I've lowered the whole thing by about a foot, something like that.
So,
Unless you put it side by side, you wouldn't really know.
yeah. So tell us a bit about the Sopwith camel.
Well, it was the most successful World War I fighter plane, preceded by the Sopwith Pup, and made obviously by Sopwith Aviation Company. It was, I don't know, I think it was probably made famous because it was pitted against the Red Baron in his triplane, the Fokker DR1. And because it was so successful against those, it made a name for itself, and they had the most kills, so you know, they were popular.
Incredible. Well, congratulations. It's a very good looking plane indeed.